Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the channel. Hope you're all doing well on a lovely day. Massive game, second of the semi-finals. The first one won by Man City. This is for the right to play Man City in the final in a few weeks' time. How are you feeling? If you're a Leeds fan or a Chelsea fan, let me know in the comments, the live chat that we've got going. Let us know how you're feeling. As a Leeds fan myself, I'm feeling pretty nervous. It's 40 years since we've been in this position, so it's a massive game for Leeds, one of the biggest for a long time. And it depends if we turn up and score goals today, whether we're going to win this game or not. It's 1972 when we last won the FA Cup, then when we lost it the year after to Sunderland. So we're due a trophy, a major trophy anyway. So let's have a look at the two teams as they've been announced. Just bring that up. Here we go. So we'll start with Chelsea first, and the interim manager, now that Liam Rossini has been sacked, Callum McFarlane, he's brought out a 4-2-3-1 formation. So it's Sanchez in goal, and back four with Gusto playing at right back, and Chalobah and Adebayo, the two centre-halves, and Cucurella will play in his normal position at left back. Caicedo and Lavia will be the two more defensive midfielders, and Pedro Neto, Fernandes in the centre, and Garnacho playing on the left-hand side. And João Pedro will play up front. Chelsea will be happy to see João Pedro back, their main goal scorer this season. The only thing is that Cole Palmer's not fit enough to start, so he starts on the bench. Looking at Leeds United, Daniel Farke has gone for a 3-4-2-1 formation. So Lucas Perry takes over in goal from Carl Darlow. Not a surprise there. The back three will be James Justin on the right-hand side, Biol in the middle, and Strauch on the left-hand side. Two wing-backs will be Bogle on the right and Goodmanson on the left. Two central midfielders will be Ampadu and Tanaka, who's had a really good last month and has been a pivotal part in Leeds' good run. And let's hoping he can influence the game even more. Aronson will play on the right-hand side, Okafor on the left. Again, his interaction and link-up play with Goodmanson is going to be vital to whether Leeds can win this game today, because a lot of the stuff that they create does come from down that left-hand side. Bogle will get down the right-hand side as well, but he's not as creative and as good a crosser of the ball as Goodmanson is. And so I expect the left-hand side to be the major attacking area for Leeds today. Calvert-Lewin will play up front. Just looking at the bench for Leeds, it's nice to see that Anton Stack's back. Not fit enough to start, but he's got over that injury now. We thought it was going to be a few more weeks, but he's on the bench, so he must be recovering. Joe Rodon's there as well, so if we have any problems with any of the defenders, a great defender to step in who's had a really good season this year. Metcher, he must have been forefront of Daniel Farke's thoughts there after a strong substitute appearance against Bournemouth. He came on and really influenced that game and was probably instrumental in Leeds getting a point out of that game. He had a real good, strong game, and he must have been in the thoughts. But I would imagine that if it's not going so good for Calvert-Lewin after half-time, and it looks like he's maybe running out of steam, or he just needs to put two up front, which he has done at times now. Metcher will be straight on. Sean Longstaff, who scored the equaliser in midweek, and the substitutes bench, another strong midfielder. Dan James, fit enough to be back on the bench again, so he could add some pace down the right-hand side if it doesn't work with Aronson, and that's usually one of the substitutions that Daniel Farke makes. Willie Gnonto, again, he was a big influence on, was it Wednesday, I think it was, along with Metcher. So we've got plenty of options on the bench of Leeds, and we're hopeful that the game goes how it should do for Leeds, and that's a quick start a quick start for Leeds, like it always is. Get an early goal if they can. The only thing I'm worried about is if they get themselves 1 or 2 goals in front, if they do, that they sit back, which they've tended to do throughout the season so far. And I don't like that. I want to see Leeds on the front foot all the time, and don't sit back and invite the teams on. But we shall see. Thanks to Venice Rennes for joining the channel. Hope you're well. Looking forward to a good game. That's the 2 teams. So if you've got anything to add to that, if you look at the 2 teams or the structure of the 2 teams, how they're set up for this game, let me know what you think. Or even if you haven't got anything to say about the 2 teams, how about a score prediction? Remember, Leeds this season have taken 4 points off Chelsea this year, so they've had the upper hand in the 2 games. They've had the upper hand in the 2 games, but I think I would have been happier if Chelsea had hung on to Rossini for 1 more game for this semi-final. I would have been happier. I don't know whether they're going to get a new manager, not such a new manager, but a different philosophy and maybe a bit of a lift for the Chelsea team now that Rossini has gone. It was quite obvious that the Chelsea team, weren't playing for Rossini. And although it was a surprise that he has gone, I thought they were probably giving him till the end of the season. But no, they haven't. And we are here where we are. We're about 20 minutes from kick-off. Leeds fans will probably dominate the crowd today because I don't think that Chelsea sold all their allocation, and there was a second allocation. It wasn't a big allocation, but it was a second allocation was sent to Leeds, and they were soon snapped up. So I would think the Leeds will have the majority of the crowd there today, so that's going to be a bit of a help as well. Who are now vociferous the Leeds fans are. They can really get behind the team, so that'll be a slight advantage in Leeds' favour if we're looking for any advantages as we see the teams on the pitch just going through the warm-ups. I watched the warm-ups of these 2 teams. I mean, Leeds have been out there for 10 minutes now. I think I'd be knackered just to win that before the game got even started. So thanks to everybody who's joined us so far. Really do appreciate your support. If you're not a subscriber, please do become a subscriber. It doesn't cost anything. It just helps us to be able to continue producing content like this that you're enjoying. So just nip down to the corner there and hit that subscribe button. We're only a few off 250 now. So if you can get us to 250 during this game, it would be much appreciated that we can push on even further. View Tea Cafe says, come on Leeds. So View Tea Cafe is a Leeds supporter as well. I'm still having to think about my own score prediction so far. It's going to be a tight game. It really is. I'm going to let my heart rule my head and say that I think Leeds might pinch this 2-1. I'm just thinking about Chelsea. I think with the betting companies are just slight favourites, but I don't see how that can be. They haven't been in the best of form so far, and they haven't scored many goals just recently. It's difficult to pick your team up, even after the manager's been sacked. It's difficult to pick your team up after they've been on such a poor run. Maybe Wembley will bring out the best in them. Both these teams will be looking forward to a final against Man City. Man City in the Southampton game. What a game that was, especially the last 15 minutes. A couple of cracking goals there to win that game. So, who knows? I mean, look at Man City. They've been in the last 4 finals now, but they've lost 2 of them, the previous 2. So, you never know what can happen. Crystal Palace took them apart last year. So, there's no reason why these 2 teams can't do that either. So, get to the final and then worry about that when you get there. Man City are not unbeatable, as that's for a definite. Just looking at the screens there. There's no coverage yet. We're still on advertisements. It's still just over 15 minutes away from the start, so you've got a chance to get your comments in on the live chat if you want to. We can discuss any comments that you've got at the moment, but obviously once the game gets started, we'll concentrate on the game. If there's anything relevant on the live chat while the game is going on, I will try to keep an eye on it, but we can discuss the game at half-time. But it's a chance now to get your score predictions in. Surprised that Garnacho's starting the game. He hasn't been the influence on that Chelsea side that he's supposed to have been when he was sold by Manchester United. There's been some questions about his attitude to football, but I'm not so sure. He has got the skill. It's whether he's got the mental strength to be able to play in these big games and influence them and win them like Cole Palmer does. But Cole Palmer, we may see him off the bench later on, depending on whether Chelsea are winning or not. I think they would like to leave him on the bench and let him recover a bit more from his injury, because he's had a poor season as Cole Palmer. Thanks to Denise Reid, who just said, "Come on, Chelsea." You know what I think of that, Denise? And it looks like the signal strength for this is good today, so we shouldn't have any interruptions whatsoever. I've had some poor signal strength just lately, which has spoilt the live stream, but not today. It's good, and we're ready to go in 15. There's a lot of history between Leeds and Chelsea. I was just looking at that one from 1970, that cup replay. It was brutal. Some of the tackles that went in that game, absolutely brutal. And I was watching the coverage on TV, and they had one of the Premier League referees just taking a look at that game from 1970, and they were just asking him how many yellow cards there should have been in that game, because there was only, I think he said it was one. There was one yellow card in that game, and yet there were people coming in with kung fu kicks around the head. And the guy, I don't know which referee it was now, I can't remember, he said there should have been 11 sent off. So nearly well, there would have been a full team sent off in that game. Can you believe it? Anyway, Chelsea won it 2-1, but that's not being forgotten by either of these two fans, even though it was 50-odd years ago now. I'm just looking at those goals from yesterday. We're back onto the coverage with Leeds warming up there. Quick word with Daniel Farke. I just wonder what he's got to say about his team today. I think it's a free hit for Leeds today. They're obviously, with the bookies, they aren't the favourites, so they've got nothing to lose, Leeds. I don't think anybody's expecting them to win this. I think the smart money is on Chelsea, so it's a free hit. Go out and enjoy the game. At the end of the day, what's more important is Premier League survival, and they're only one win away from that, Leeds, so it's a free hit. Enjoy it. You're at Wembley. It's a nice day against the Chelsea team that's not in the best of form. Go out and do it. I think the only thing for Leeds is missing chances. Leeds have created a lot of chances over the last few games, and they haven't put them away as often as they should be doing, and that's a worry for me. Calvert-Lewin has got into some great positions and then fluffed his lines when it comes to put the ball in the back of the net, and that bothers me a bit, does that. We've got to be ruthless in front of goal. And if they can do that, they could put Chelsea out of this early on. And stick a couple of three in. And then in the second half, go for it. beat these teams by an extra couple of goals. Don't win it 2-1, win it 4-0. Be ruthless. Other teams are. Just watering the pitch on other players are doing a runner because the sprinklers, they're actually not sprinklers, they're massive big. It's like the pundits there are having to move away. They're having to walk off from where they stood at their desk just off the side because it's spraying them all over. It was moving around from left to right, and as it came over, it was spraying them, and so they've had to walk away from the desk. And then the coverage has come away from them. It's funny, was that? But they're giving the pitch a good spray, so it should be slick for passing. There's no doubt about that. All the players have cleared off now that the sprayers have come on. Calvert-Lewin, 12 goals, but only 1 assist. And I would have think that he's had enough chances to have put maybe 16 or 17 goals in. I guess when you're playing up front, you don't get to assist that many. But if he can get among the goals today, especially one early on, that'll boost his confidence and the team's confidence sky high. Wembley's filling up nicely there. A lot of Leeds fans there today. A lot more than I've seen of the Chelsea fans. João Pedro up front for Chelsea. I just wonder how fit he is. He's been out with injuries, but he's back in the side today. Let's see how many goals he scored. I mean, he's scored 19 goals this season, and he's included 6 assists as well. So that's really good in 43 appearances. Obviously, it's a lot more appearances than Calvert-Lewin because they've been in most of the cup competitions and gone a long way in them. Massive Chelsea banner there. Still a few spaces in the crowd, but if you look to one end of the ground just to the left, it's a sea of white for Leeds United. So I think the Leeds fans are dominating the numbers in the crowd today. We're only 10 minutes away from kickoff. Anyone got a score prediction? Want to let me know? I've said 2-1 to Leeds. If you think I'm wrong, let me know. Tell me what you think it's going to be. Is it going to be won in normal time? Who's going to be the main players? Okafor for Leeds. He's the one who's creating the chances and scoring. I mean, he didn't score against Bournemouth, but he hit the post and looked dangerous, but he doesn't get through a full 90 minutes. But will Pedro get through a full 90 minutes as well? Has he only got 60, 70 minutes in him? The trouble for Chelsea is they've got no one to bring up front if Pedro goes off. Struggling for goals. I think that's why they're risking him, Chelsea. Don't forget, if you're not a subscriber, please do become a subscriber. Hit that subscribe button at the bottom there. We're very close to 250 subscribers now. We've laboured long and hard for these subscribers. So if you can help us out and get us to 250 during this live stream, it'll be very much appreciated. 3 more to get us up to 250 if you can help us out. Still on the advertisements, so we're not missing anything just yet. Let's just have before the teams do come out, let's just have a quick recap of the teams. Start with Chelsea, so it's Sanchez in goal, then it will be Gusto, Chalobah, Adarabioyo, Cucurella, Lavia, Caicedo, Neto, Fernandez, Garnacho, and Pedro. So it's a strong-looking Chelsea side. There's no doubt about that. It's just a matter of how high their morale is after the poor run that they've had. And they took a good beating in midweek, which would have helped. For Leeds, Perry comes in goal. Justin, Biol, Strauch, Bogle, Ampadu, Tanaka, Goodmanson, Aronson, Okafor and Calvert-Lewin make up the rest of the Leeds side. So Leeds brimming with confidence after a good result at Bournemouth. Went 2-1 down quite late on in the game before Longstaff struck a fine equaliser and another point closer to safety. They've had a good run of late of Leeds and they won't be frightened of Chelsea, having taken 6 points out of them this season. So Chelsea will know that Leeds are on a good run at the moment and they won't be taking them lightly. There's no doubt about that. Caicedo is going to be the one today if they can keep the ball away from him. He's a defensive midfielder, but he likes to get forward when he can. If they can keep him quiet, will go a long way to stifling Chelsea's midfield. Seven minutes off. We'll be going back to the live coverage shortly to see the two teams in the tunnel because we're not far off a kick-off. Chance to play Man City in the final. Massive game there. I did try and get tickets for this semi-final, but they're like gold dust. And I did go to one of these online ticket companies, and they were charging over £200 a ticket. You try getting one from Leeds, it's virtually impossible if you're not a season ticket holder. So that's why I'm sat here watching this instead of being at the game, and it'll be the same for the FA Cup final. In fact, probably the allocation for the FA Cup final will be less than what it is for the semi-final because there's more tickets given to corporates, which is a shame for the Leeds fans because they could take up their allocation, double their allocation, I would think. And it's never forthcoming, which is a shame. There shouldn't be that many go to corporates. Not 30,000. It's a lot to go to corporates, and I don't agree with that. Should more go to the normal fans. It used to be that years ago, but not anymore. It's become more of a corporate event. The mascots are just lining up in the tunnel now, waiting for the players to join them before they go out onto the pitch. Joe Cole and Jermaine Beckford there, giving a wave to the young boys and girls there. All dressed up in the team's colours, all blue for Chelsea with white socks and all white for Leeds with blue socks. Leeds crowds Leeds crowd in good voice. Massive end full of Leeds. It's unbelievable. All got the scarves in the air. Eddie Gray's there. And they're all singing as well. I don't know what they're singing. I can't lip read. We love you, Leeds. Leeds is what the crowd's singing. They're back in the tunnel now, but you can hear them as the Leeds. substitutes start filing past. Bo now has just walked past there. The Chelsea substitutes are going past, and just a few handshakes with some of the Chelsea players that are out already. Not all the teams there. Marching on together. Still thunders around the Wembley Stadium. Players are beginning to filter out and take up their places alongside the mascots before they come walking out. The officials are there now, so we're not far off. Ethan Ampadu there, just shaking hands with his opposite on the Chelsea side. Got a couple of pendants each to exchange when they get to the halfway. I wonder what happens to them. Teams all lined up now. Officials there. Tanaka. Aronson. Out they come now. On the way. We're not far off kickoff. Last chance for you to get your score predictions in if you want to before the game gets underway. As the teams come out into the Wembley sunshine, the ref takes the ball off the plinth, and we're not far off kickoff. One side of the pitch and one end is in shade, and the other's in bright sunshine. Two teams line up on the halfway line, either side of the halfway line. That's all in sunshine. A lot of blue and white flags there being waved by the Chelsea fans, and all yellow Leeds fans waving their scarves. So I bet it's a great atmosphere there. Don't look to be many seats left, so it must be full. Two teams just filing past each other, shaking hands. Well, they don't shake hands much, do they? They just slap each other's hands. Quick recap of the teams: Sanchez, Gusto, Chalobah, Adebayo, Cucurella, Lavia, Caicedo, Neto, Fernandes, Garnacho and Pedro for Chelsea. For Leeds, it's Perry, Justin, Biol, Strauch, Bogle, Ampadu, Tanaka, Goodmanson, Aronson, Okafor and Calvert-Lewin. Ethan Ampadu and Fernandes, the Chelsea captain, meet in the middle with the officials to go through the coin toss and decide which way they're going to kick. Just waiting for them to set the graphics off the screen so I can see what's going on. They're just showing the Leeds lineup on the screen at the moment, so I'll take that off in a few seconds and we'll be able to see what's going on. Yeah, the two players that have been picked out for the two teams are exactly the ones that I've said on this TV screen. It's Noel Okafor and Caicedo, and they are two really important players for either side. Daniel Farker stood on the touchline there. Must be a nervous time, even if you're a manager. Jared Gillett is the referee. We've seen him a few times at Leeds. Chelsea team in the huddle. Leeds are lining up, so they've already done theirs by the looks of things. Leeds in all white with blue socks, and Chelsea all in blue with white socks, just so there's no clash of socks, I guess. Chelsea still in the tunnel, in their huddle, while Leeds are all lined up and waiting to go. Looks like Chelsea are going to kick off this first half, kicking from right to left. Still waiting for the kick-off. Referee's looking at his watch. We are a couple of minutes late, but the game is underway now. Goes all the way back to Sanchez, and he drives it long, high into the box. Headed away by Biol, who falls off as he makes it. Cucurella challenges Tanaka and Okafor. Tanaka gets it through to Okafor. It's 2-on-2 for Leeds. Out on the attack, it's still with Okafor, and he's brought down on the edge of the box, and that's a foul by Caicedo. And it's in a great position as well, just to the left of the box, about a yard outside of it. Yeah, definite foul, no doubt about that. It's pity Anton stacking on the pitch. And someone's gone down. Chelsea player, I don't know who it is. Gusto went down under the challenge from Tanaka, and he's getting attention from the trainers now. Back on the halfway line. So Leeds have got time to organise this free kick in a really dangerous position early on in the game. While Gusto gets challenged. It was a good challenge. Just looking at that challenge again, I don't know whether he got caught by Tanaka, but the fact of the matter is he took the ball. Gusto's back on his feet now, holding his right foot. He maybe got trodden on. Referee's coming back to the edge of the area now after he's seen the injury cleared. Cucurella getting involved like he always does. Not what he's got to say about it, I don't know. He waited all that time for the ref to come to the spot where the free kick's going to be taken from to have a word with him. It's an obvious free kick. Just get on with it. Goodmanson's there. I think Tanaka's there as well. Sanchez just lining his wall up to cover his right-hand post. Tanaka's there. Goodmanson's there. Looks like James Justin's there as well. The draft excluders behind the four-man wall. Whistle goes. Still three of them stood over it. Then James Justin walks away. Just leaves Tanaka and Goodmanson there. A right footer and a left footer. Who's going to take it? Tanaka, Goodmanson. Who's it going to be? Tanaka. And that's a poor one. Chipped it well over the wall and well over the bar. I guess he tried to get it up and over the wall, but that close to the edge of the box, not got much chance of that. And it might have been better Goodmanson with his left foot going for the far post, but it's gone now. So Sanchez with the goal kick. No short one. It goes long and left. Header won by Justin. And out for a throw to Chelsea on this near side. Now, Guido Cucurella's walking down the pitch. He's taken it 10 yards further forward already. So he's pinched 10 yards there, Cucurella. Referees said nothing. And it goes on. Caicedo took the ball down the pitch, lost control of it a slight bit. He tried to lay it out to do Fernandez on the left-hand side. It took a deflection off a Leeds defender and goes out for another throw. Cucurella's going to take this. And again, he's pinched 5 yards there already. Garnacho, ball's taken off him. It's prodded down the line by Ampadu. It's going to be picked up by Adarabioyo. He spreads it wide. Ball's come across back to Adarabioyo. He gives it to Cucurella on this near side. Couple of players inside. Goes back to Cucurella. He's going back. Adarabioyo goes all the way back to Sanchez. He's just outside his box. He drives it long, very long. It's headed back. It's going to be picked up by Fernandez. He has a shot from outside the box, but it's straight at Perry. Makes a straightforward catch. Flicked on. Picked up in the middle again. Out to the left to Garnacho on the edge of the box. He's cutting his hand on his right foot. He squares it. It's picked up by Tanaka. And Aronson under pressure now. Gets out to Tanaka, who's on the right-hand side. He plays it into Dominic Calvert-Lewin, but Aronson lays it off and has lost the ball. Picked up by Cucurella. Adarabioyo lays it back to number 4, gets it at Adarabioyo. Comes out to Fernandez, who seems to be positioning himself on the left. Cucurella's tucked inside, gives it back to Adarabioyo. He's got a 10 and goal back to Sanchez as Dominic Calvert-Lewin puts a bit of pressure on. He drives it long. It's going to go over the top of Goodmanson. Pedro Neto lays it back. Gusto lays it back even further into the middle. Caicedo spreads it across to the left. Cucurella plays it forward to the near side. Garnacho now, just on the edge of the box, sets it back. Number 45 is Lavia. Fernandez puts a cross in deep over the top of everybody. And Gusto couldn't reach that. Seems to have recovered from his injury now. Goes out for a goal kick to Leeds. Perry drives it high into the air. Calvert-Lewin is beaten to it by Adarabioyo. Okafor picked the ball but couldn't control it, and it makes its way through all the way to Sanchez. Still with Sanchez. He puts his foot on it. He's looking for something. Picks the ball up eventually when Calvert-Lewin comes to meet him. Cucurella now. Adarabioyo plays it back to Sanchez to the right of his own area. Under no pressure. Chips it left. Brought down by Cucurella. He can move forward down the left-hand side. It's back to Cucurella. Plays the ball inside, but it's picked off by Biol. Aronson's brought down. No foul there. Strauch. Okafor lost the ball. Was challenged from behind. Pedro is brought down by Tanaka. Foul given just outside the centre circle in the Leeds half. Played quickly out to the right. It's Gusto. It goes back. Right to the halfway line. It's spread left to Cucurella. And Garnacho has got Bogle in front of him. Goes back to Cucurella. Caicedo makes it out to the right-hand side. Chalobah. Cucurella. Chalobah. Back to Cucurella on the halfway line. He lays it to Adebayo. Chalobah. Neto came short for it, but it goes all the way back as Leeds put the pressure on. Cucurella goes down the line. Fernandez brought down by Bogle. Free kick given. Taken quickly by Fernandez into the middle. Fernandez has got the second ball, comes off the back of James Justin. Garnacho plays it back to the halfway line. It's a long ball into the box. Can it be picked up? No, it can't. Too far for Neto. Goes out for a goal kick. João Pedro there. Biol caught him in the middle there. Don't think there was a great deal in that. Test of his fitness there. Perry has it now. Goes out to Strauch on the left-hand side. Pushed him wide, but Strauch's played that ball down. Calvert-Lewin heads it on, but it's no one behind him. And it's going to be picked up by Sanchez. Goes to the left to Cucurella. Fernandez plays it back to Cucurella. He goes back to Adebayo. Sanchez now. Right-footed, drives it long, high into the air. Strauch wins the header. Gustav flicked up high into the air. Ampadu got his foot in there, but it's spread out to the left-hand side now to Garnacho. Aronson's in there. Bogle's in there. The ball doesn't go out for a corner, and Bogle manages to drive it down the left-hand side, but it's picked up by Fernandez, and Garnacho again back to Fernandez. Goes out to the right. Chips inside by Caicedo. Garnacho was played in down the inside left channel, but he just couldn't keep it in before it ran out for a goal kick. He tried to get his cross in, but it was already over the line. And he wasn't offside. It was a good run. It was poor control. As it came over to him as well, he tried to bring it down with his right, when maybe his left foot would have been better. It just ran away from him, and it ran out for a goal kick. Should have done better there, Garnacho. Strauch coming down the left-hand side now. Caicedo, Chelsea dominating possession at the moment. Leeds not really got into it, not got any pattern into their play yet. Ball's headed forward by Tanaka. Calvert-Lewin is going to pressurise Chalobah. Nicely played in there. Biol's going to tidy that one up though and slide it all the way back to Perry. And Perry goes down the right-hand side. Cucurella's got a free header. Headed it back to Fernandez, but Fernandez didn't bother challenging for that because he knew he was offside, coming back from an offside position. James Justin plays the ball down the line. It high into the air. Calvert-Lewin heads it back forward. Aronson gets a foot in there, but it's laid all the way back to Sanchez. Played into Caicedo, centre midfield. Back to Caicedo. Left to Cucurella, then on to Fernandez. Fernandez running down the left-hand side. He's got Garnacho in support if he wants to give it to him, and he does give it to him. Just outside the box, he's got Bogle with him. Checks back inside, lays it back to Fernandez, who's seen a lot of the ball at the moment. Back to Garnacho. He can attack Bogle now. Puts his cross in. It's headed away at the near post. Picked up on the outer edge of the box by Caicedo. Encouraged to shoot, but he didn't. Neto now, turning one way down the other. Goodmanson sticking tight to him. He has to go back. And going even further back to the halfway line. Adebayo. Cucurella now goes back to Adebayo, who's backed off 10 or 15 yards. Leeds pushing up forward. Almost lost by Chalobah. It's given it away in the centre of midfield there. Ampadu from Aronson. Played into the middle. It's laid on by Aronson's through. Is on goal. And his poor effort. It's stopped by Sanchez's right foot as he hit it across towards the right-hand post. And that was a fantastic chance for Leeds. It's got to do better there, Aronson. He's not known for his finishing. He has scored a few goals, but it just give Sanchez a chance to get his big right foot out and keep it out. First real chance there. And it's a corner for Leeds. Should be 1-up, it's true. Stephen Gerrard said should be 1-up and definitely should have been 1-up. So corner to Leeds on the left-hand side. It's going to be Tanaka who's going to take a right-footed in-swing. All the big boys are up for this corner. We need quality delivery. Everybody's up there. Quality delivery from Tanaka. In it comes. It's a good one. Ball's headed up high into the air and it's going to be an easy catch for Sanchez. Can't touch the keeper, can you, when it's coming down on top of him like that? And Strouk didn't even bother challenging for it. Sanchez chips out right. It's flicked on, but I don't know if it's going to be kept in. It is kept in by Neto. And Garnacho's at the back post, and it's a poor one that's cut out by Bogle, but he's suddenly given it away. And then his second chance has got in front of Garnacho, and he can play the ball down the line, but Aronson's not going to get anywhere near that, and Cucurella tidies up and lays it all the way back to Sanchez. But Leeds just beginning to get a foothold into the game now. Number 25, Caicedo. Goes back to Adarabioyo. Back aside to Lavia. Cucurella, it's flicked on. Gusto gets it back again. Inside right position, it's João Pedro onto the left foot. Neto's cross is blocked. Aronson battling for it with Cucurella. And then goes over. Cucurella's pushed him over. Free kick to Leeds on the near side. Aronson wasn't going anywhere there. That's a poor free kick to give away in that position by Cucurella. And it was obvious what he was going to do because he does it all the time. The ball goes all the way back to Perry. And give it back to Biol on this near side, just outside the box. Ampadu wants it in midfield, gets it, and then gives it back to Biol. Biol can come slowly forward down the right-hand side, looking for an out ball. Calvert-Lewin battling for it, doesn't win it. Goes high into the air. Number 20, Pedro, battling for it. Ampadu's in there, wins the ball. Strouk has the loose ball, gives it to Biol. Tanaka gets it back to Biol. Ampadu giving the ball away. Cucurella was in there. But his challenge was met with a challenge with Aronson as well, and all he could do was kick it out to the far side. Eddie Gray looking a bit nervous there. Chelsea have started just the better of the two teams, I would say. Although Leeds have had the best chance of the game and should have scored, Aronson. Looks like Goodmanson's going to take the throw from down the far left-hand side, looking for Calvert-Lewin. Didn't reach him, though. Adarabioyo gets it to Cucurella in the centre circle. He can come forward, then puts his foot on the ball and goes back to Adarabioyo. He gives it to Caicedo. Caicedo gets it to the number 45. Lavia out to the right to Neto. He gets a cross in. Goodmanson couldn't prevent it, but Strouk deflects it out for a corner. Chelsea having the better of these two wing positions at the moment, down the right and down the left. Garnacho and Neto are finding a bit of space to get crosses in. So it's going to be a left-footed in-swinger, which it is, though. Headed away by Strout to the edge of the box. It's headed back in. Ampadu blocks the shot. Tanaka gets it away, but it's picked up by Lavia on the edge of the box. He's been challenged by Aronson and gets it across, though. Okafor takes the ball off him, tries to go through. Caicedo can't do it, but the ball's hit further forward. But Chalobah heads it out the way of Okafor, and it's picked up on the halfway line by Chelsea to recycle it back to Adarabioyo. He gives it to Lavia. Out to the left is Cucurella, back into Lavia. Ampadu forcing him back. Adarabioyo plays it inside to Caicedo. He gets it to Chalobah. Neto now being forced back by Strauch. Okafor putting pressure on. Goes back to Sanchez, who drives it forward. Good header by Biol forward. Chalobah gets a touch on it, and it actually goes all the way through to Sanchez. He moves out to the left. Cucurella plays the ball into the middle to Fernandez. Finding too much space down there. He's got it to Garnacho on the edge of the box now. Into the box. Turning one way, turning the other. And then he didn't know what to do with it there. Ampadu tried to clear it. It's hit Aronson and gone out for a throw. Just a few yards from the corner flag on this near side. No long throw specialist for Chelsea, so it goes to Cucurella. Goes long. There's nobody there. Biol heads it away. It's not a good one. It's picked up by Lavia. He lays it to Fernandez. It comes in and it's hit the post, Chow, on his left foot to the near post. And he's hit it at the post. It's deflected across the goal. And it's because it was a poor header away by Biol. It might have been just an arm offside. I don't know. It might have been just fractionally offside, but we'll never know. He shot it at the post and it had so much side spin on it that it went across the goal and eventually went out for a goal kick to Leeds. Goal kick second. Calvert-Lewin over his head. Bogle's working hard for it. Wins the corner. Did he? No. I think he was looking for a corner, but he must have beaten Chalobah to it, and it goes out for a goal kick. Second shot, Sanchez has it. He's going long. Strauch is underneath it. Wins the ball. It's given to Pedro. Neto puts a cross into the back post. It's headed in. Fernandez has been in the game too much for Leeds, and it was given poorly away. The cross right into the middle, and as we've seen so many times with Leeds, they do leave players free in the box, and Fernandez had an easy header into the box, into the goal. It's poor defending by Leeds. It's the second time. Biol did one just a few minutes ago that almost resulted in a goal. I hit the post. Now this time, we say it again there. Ampadu, Strout gave the ball away there to Pedro. He got out to the right to Neto. Neto's cross, he just dropped off. It just dropped off, did Fernandez. It was James Justin and Bogle, and he dropped off between them, and the cross was perfectly measured. It went right in between them, and he had a free header, and Perry didn't have much of a chance of keeping that one out. And that's poor defending by Leeds. And it all started with Pascal Strout giving it away on the left-hand side of midfield. And that's been coming. I think Chelsea have been the better side in this first half. And Ampadu has got to lift his side now. Ball goes long, it's headed away. Biol plays it back in. Calvert-Lewin tries to lay it out to the right to Bogle. Bogle hits across him first time. It's cleared away. Garnacho lays it back to Cucurella. He just flicks it forward. It's back heel flicked on, but James Justin with Garnacho is going to get it away. And it's cleared away by Strauch. Calvert-Lewin can't reach it. He's diving around for the ball, but it seems to be over his head all the time. Caicedo moves out to the right-hand side. Gusto, he plays the ball down the line looking for Neto, but it's a poor one behind him, and it goes out for a throw to Leeds. Just having a look at a potential hair pull from Calvert-Lewin there on Cucurella. Didn't see a great deal in that. But they're looking at it. VAR's looking at it anyway. The referees had the look at it. Fernandez is complaining about it. Play goes on. Nothing in that. Even though Cucurella threw himself to the floor, the referee said there's nothing in that. Perry drives it long. Headed back. Goodmanson, not been in it yet. Neither has Okafor, neither has Tanaka. Leeds win the throw. Over on the far side, halfway inside the Chelsea half. We've got to get our big players into the game so far. It's been all the defenders, and the defending hasn't been great. Aronson's not been in it. Okafor's not been in it. Goodmanson's not got himself in down the left-hand side. BL has the ball now. Slid all the way back to Perry. Perry goes out to the left where Strauch is. Strauch gets out to Goodmanson on the left-hand side. Back to Strauch. It's almost given away there. Goes back to Perry. Perry side foots it to the right to Biol. Biol can come away with it. Plays the ball into the middle. Calvert-Lewin can spread out. He could have got it out wide, and before he even did, Goodmanson was overlapping. By the time he noticed it, it was an off-balance pass, and he's given the ball back to Chelsea. That was Okafor. Maybe coming inside for looking for a bit of work. Seems to be felt his left foot there. Maybe just twisted an ankle a bit. Fernandez plays the ball forward. It's flicked on to Justin. Given to Ampadu now. Ampadu's got to get himself into the game, start dictating this. The Leeds captain played into Okafor. He goes round a couple of men, but Caicedo got his foot in, and Leeds are battling to win the ball back. Tanaka brings it down. Gets it to Goodmanson now. He's brought down, is he? Yep, free kick. Pedro Neto brings him down, not happy about that, but the referee's given it. Well, this is wide out to the left. It's probably about 25 yards out from the goal itself, but it's wide out on the left-hand side. Tanaka's going to swing one in there, right-footed. And it comes now, high into the box, headed in by Biol. Strauch gets a touch to it. Fernandez goes down in the box and the free kick's given. Didn't see that there was a Leeds player anywhere near him, but free kick's given. Chelsea dealing with the Leeds attacks pretty easily so far, it has to be said. Apart from that one chance from Aronson, Leeds have really done nothing up front. They've got to get more into it. 28, 29 minutes gone. Ball goes high into the air. It's going to be a free header for Biol. Heads it high. Cucurella brings it down, lays it down the line. Fernandez flicks it on. Garnacho plays it back inside. Ampadu can't get the challenge in. Pedro gives it to Garnacho. Back to Cucurella. Back to Garnacho. Ball played inside. João Pedro. Bogle managed to get a foot in. Tanaka's given it away now. João Pedro on the edge of the box. Picked up the loose ball. Poor clearance from Tanaka on his chest and then volleys it wide of the mark. Poor defending again by Leeds, giving Chelsea the chances. Perry lays out to the left. Strauch goes long. Calvert-Lewin heads the ball back. Goodmanson gets in there, but he left the ball behind. Aronson and Tanaka. It's Neto. Got the ball back. Goes all the way back to Lavia. Lavia lays it across to the left-hand side. Adebayo. Cucurella moving down the left. Garnacho plays it in, goes for the return from Fernandez. Can he reach it before it goes out? He can do. He puts his cross in. And the back post, it's headed away. Deep at the back post, it's headed away by Goodmanson. There was no Chelsea player there, but he couldn't take the risk, and it's a corner. Don't know who's taking this one, I can't see. But then it comes left-footed Neto. Up into the air goes Tanaka, heads the ball away. It's picked up by Caicedo and put back to Neto, who's dropped back, looking for a left-footed cross. He gets it again. This time it's over everybody. And James Justin ducks underneath the ball and it goes out for a goal kick. Daniel Farker looking pensive. Ball goes long. It's won by Gusto, but it goes out for a throw to Leeds over on that left-hand side. Goodmanson. Can't see what's going on because they're showing Neto, but the ball's gone back to Biol. Biol lays out to the right to Bogle. Bogle chips it back inside. But it's a difficult one for Calvert-Lewin to control. He doesn't control it. And Chelsea pick the ball up just inside their own half and can come forward. And Leeds are not getting any possession up front. They're not controlling the ball when it goes up front. Fernandez has been running the show. It comes out to Garnacho again from Fernandez. Played inside. Ampadu gets a foot in there, but it's not going Leeds' way so far. 33 minutes gone. Garnacho. Caicedo chips it forward. Must have been offside, Cucurella there, was he? Play goes on. And it's given eventually. I thought as much. Leeds have got to pick up the intensity and just haven't been in the game so far. Okafor's not seen much of the ball at all. Neither has Goodmanson. They haven't linked together down that left-hand side. Bogle's not got forward, neither has James Justin. Chelsea have pushed Leeds back. Leeds have not got hold of the ball when it's played up front like now. It's a free header back. And back on the halfway line, it's headed back by Pedro. Gusto. Chalobah lays it back to Adebayo. He gets it to Cucurella. He plays the ball inside to Caicedo. He plays the ball into the middle. Pedro again does well, but he's given the ball away to Okafor on the edge of the box. Got a chance of a shot here. It's blocked by João Pedro, clears it away. It's a good block by Adarabioyo there. No, it's picked up by Gusto. Out to Cucurella. Into the middle. Slavia. Fernandez lays it back to Cucurella. Goes for the return down the line. It's Garnacho now over the left side. Inside to Fernandez. He's running the show. He's brought down by Ampadu, and it's a free kick. Play goes on over to the far side. Played on back to the halfway line. Spread across to Adarabioyo. He gives it to Cucurella on the left-hand side. Comes short to Garnacho. Bogle puts him under pressure. It goes back to Cucurella. He probably fouled, but it's gone down as Garnacho. Neto's away. He's skipped around Goodmanson easily there. Fernandez now has got a man out to the left. It's Garnacho who suddenly sprung after being down on his... drills it across the 6-yard box. He was down, badly injured, and gets up and sprints after the ball, does Garnacho, when he found he wasn't going to get a free kick. Chelsea have got that midfield sewn up at the moment. And it's Fernandez who's running the show. He's on the ball again. Lays the ball back. Comes to Adarabioyo in the centre circle. He gives it out to Cucurella. Garnacho lost the ball. Gets his foot in on Aronson to concede the throw, but Leeds are deep in their own half. Ball played in. Ampadu gives it to Perry. Perry drives it high into the air. Okafor can't make that one. Lavia flicked it on. Pedro coming back, can't challenge for that one because he's coming from an offside position. Play goes on with Strout now coming slowly forward to left. He puts his foot on it. It's too slow from Leeds. Ampadu spreads out to the right. Biol. It's slow coming forward. It's slow passing. There's no movement from Leeds at the moment as well. Goes back to Ampadu. Strout now. Lays it in to Okafor. Lays it off to Goodmanson. Goodmanson plays it into the middle. Aronson lays it off to Ampadu. He gets out to the right to Bogle. A bit better from Leeds now. First time passing. And Jayden Bogle, what can he do with it? He goes back to Ampadu. Plays it into Aronson. Aronson is brought down, is he? No foul given, but Tanaka wins the ball back with Biol. Back to Ampadu on the halfway line. Plays a ball through, looking for Calvert-Lewin. He's done well to control it. Gives it back to Aronson. He spreads out right to the Bogle. Bogle nutmegs Cucurella into the edge of the box now. Can he get the ball, Aronson? Tries to get it across. Goes out for a corner. Better from Leeds. Better movement off the ball. One-time passing. Quick movement. Aronson tried to cross from right on the goal line there, and Cucurella blocked it. And goes out for the corner. Even though Cucurella again threw a wobbler because he didn't get the decision, but it is a corner on the right-hand side for Leeds. In the 39th minute, can Leeds get themselves back into it? Tanaka needs to give us some quality from this corner, right-footed away swinger, and it comes now. It's deep, headed away, picked up on the edge of the box. It's headed back in. Calvert-Lewin, penalised. It's all over the back of Pedro. It's Caicedo's down. I thought it was Pedro. It might have been Caicedo. I'll see this again now. Well, Caicedo's gone down there, and that's just to waste a little time because saw that challenge in slow motion, and Calvert-Lewin barely touched him. It's like Caicedo's made a miraculous recovery. As we go into the 40th minute. Looking at the crowd at the moment, as the play was going on, they're looking at the crowd. Calvert-Lewin won the ball, but Fernandes picked it up. He's played the ball down the line. It takes a deflection off a Leeds head and goes out for a throw. 5 minutes to go. Chelsea not in any hurry whatsoever to take this. The walk to get the ball for this throw is so slow. The referee's got to hurry it up a bit, at least. Leeds crowd trying to get behind their side, but they've been second best by far. Pedro wins that header, but there's an offside. It's going to be a free kick to Leeds. Daniel Farke doesn't look happy at all. Perry's going to take it. Drives it high into the air. He's going to look for Calvert-Lewin, but it doesn't reach him. Aronson gets a touch on the ball. James Justin spreads it out to Bogle on the right-hand side. He puts a cross in early. It's a poor one. It's cleared away. Picked up in midfield. Out to the right to Bogle again. Bogle got a chance to put a second cross in. It hits Cucurella and goes out for a throw. Could it be Ampadu long throw, or is it just a touch too far out? I don't know. Ampadu has come across to take it, so it might be a long throw here. Comes in now, takes the throw high into the air. Headed on. Second ball comes across to Okafor, and Okafor, well, he's volleyed it over the bar. I don't know what he was doing, waiting for it to come down a bit further, but he was under a lot of pressure, was Okafor, on his left foot. And he's not only hit it wide over the bar, but he's sliced it wide of the post anyway. So didn't have a great deal going for it. Half a chance. Goal kick that Sanchez is not in any hurry to take. Up it goes. Biol wins the header. Aronson flicks it on. Calvert-Lewin lays it off. Aronson battling for it with Cucurella. And Bogle. Ampadu wins the ball. Goes out to Strauch. There's a ball down the left if he wants to, but it's a poor ball. Goodmanson can't win that. But the throw will be Leeds over on the far side. Goodmanson is going to take it. Trying to just inject a bit of urgency into the game for Leeds before half-time. 2 minutes to go. Ampadu now. Biol out to the right is Bogle. Lays it inside for James Justin. Back to Bogle. Leeds being forced back all the way back to Biol. Into the middle is Tanaka. Out to the left is Strauch. Back to Tanaka. Leeds not going forward. Comes back to the right to Biol. Just short of the halfway line. Over the halfway line now. Then puts his foot on it and plays it back to the centre circle where Tanaka is. Out to Pascal Strauch. Ball down the line looking for the run of Goodmanson, but he's not going to make that. It was not a very accurate one. James Justin helps the ball on. Bogle to Aronson. Back to Bogle, though. And he's got to go back to James Justin. James Justin squares it to Pascal Strauch. He plays a ball into Okafor. He's brought down by Caicedo just inside the Chelsea half. Over on the left-hand side. Free kick given. Tanaka takes it quickly. Gives it to Beal. Beal gets it to James Justin, but Leeds are still in their own half. He chips one forward now, looking for the run of Calvert-Lewin, but that's miles and miles away from him, and that was awful. Goal kick to be taken eventually by Sanchez. Hits it high down the middle. Strauch is beaten to it. I mean, that was a Pedro beating Strauch to those headers. I don't know. Ball's played forward. Aronson trying to win it off Calvert-Lewin's touch, but he can't do it. It's brought down. 4 minutes of added time in this first half. Bogle has it off on the right-hand side. It goes to Ampadu, who's centre of his own half again. Goes out to Strauch, back to Ampadu. Chelsea are not letting Leeds dwell on the ball, even in their own half. Ampadu now, he's got to go through the middle. It's flicked on. Calvert-Lewin is brought down, is he? Yes, he is. Adebayo Tosin brings him down. Free kick to Leeds. I think it was further forward than that. Tanaka doing himself out of 10 yards there, I'm thinking. Hand in the air. He's going to chip one forward, which he does. Strauch heads it on. Lavia goes down. Strauch is penalised for a push on Lavia. Holding the back of his head. There's not a great deal going at the moment. And to be fair to the referee, yeah, Strauch did push him over. I think Daniel Farke will be happy to get his team in at half-time and just give them the hairdryer treatment, because they just haven't looked at the races in this first half, and Chelsea have been by far the better side. Ball goes high and long. Strauch is getting beat by Pedro all the time for those headers. I've just never seen him get beat so many times. Ball is all the way back with Sanchez again. He gives it to Adebayo Tosin. He goes up to Chalobah on the right. Ball inside to Lavia. Goes back to Tosin and given to Cucurella on the near side. He goes down the line. Garnacho being forced backwards. Bogle takes the ball off him, and Aronson wins the throw to Leeds. Well, James Justin's taken that quickly, but he could have gone 20 yards further forward to take it from where the ball went out, and Leeds have lost a lot of forward momentum there. The Leeds fans are getting a bit impatient here because it's slow from Leeds. Ampadu to Bogle. Bogle going across field again, turns back inside, but there's no movement up front for Leeds. Beal, and it's going back to James Justin into Tanaka. Aronson, it goes back again. Ampadu to Beal. Played into Tanaka. Goes out to the left to Goodmanson, who's not seen a great deal of the ball in this first half. He goes down the line. Calvert-Lewin came off an arm, did that? No. Referee says no. Caicedo, he'll go all the way back to Sanchez. Aronson trying to put pressure on Sanchez, so he drives it long. Brought down on the chest by Beal. Turns one way, turns the other, gives it out to Goodmanson on the left-hand side. He almost has the ball taken off him. In fact, he does by Neto. But he wins it back, does Goodmanson. Gusto stabs it down the line. Neto again. Tanaka goes round Tanaka, makes it to the edge of the box, to the byline. Still has it. But it's been picked up by Goodmanson, and as Goodmanson goes away, Neto's tripped him, and it's a free kick to Leeds on the edge of the box. Neto went round Tanaka pretty easily there with his pace. And that's half-time. And I think if the truth is known, that wasn't a great performance by Leeds. Chelsea have outworked them, outthought them, and Fernandes in the middle has been the best player on the pitch by far. The threat that we thought Leeds would have had down both wing backs has not materialised. They've been back defending rather than getting forward. Leeds have relied on long balls up for Calvert-Lewin, but whenever he's won the ball up front, there's been no one there with him. So it's been a waste of time. And it's got to be big changes for Leeds in the second half. They've got to get a foothold into this game and start putting some pressure on Chelsea from up there. They've had one great chance to have taken the lead before Chelsea did, but Aronson missed it, and it's the only chance really. Apart from that, Chelsea have dominated the game. But it's only 1-0 at half-time, and there's a second half to come, and there's still nothing in it. So, at half-time, chance to get your thoughts in on that first half, what you've seen there so far. I thought Leeds would have come out with... You know what, my thoughts on that game, it was like the two halves have turned around. That's a second half performance in the first half for Leeds there, where they sat back and invited Chelsea on. And I'm just thinking, in the second half, are they going to go back to how they would have played in the first half and go at Chelsea with purpose, pace and movement? And they've just showed a couple of times late in that first half that when they did that, they can actually open Chelsea up. So there's maybe a bit hope for us Leeds supporters in the second half. So, get your thoughts in on that live chat there. If you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button for us. Get us up to 250. If you can help us today, be more than welcome to do so. It doesn't cost you anything to become a subscriber. It just helps us with the channel growth. Only 3 more to get to 250. If you can help us get to 250, be more than appreciated. Let's just have a look at the stats in that first half. I don't think they're going to be that good reading for Leeds, but let's have a look anyway. Yeah, the overall possession doesn't look good. It's 64% to Chelsea and 36% for Leeds, and yeah, you can see why. 6 shots for Chelsea, 4 for Leeds, 2 on target for Chelsea, 1 for Leeds. Touches inside the opposition box, 15 for Chelsea and 9 for Leeds. Each goalkeeper has made 1 save. Fouls committed, 6-6 each. Aerial duels is pretty even, 10-11. Total offsides, Chelsea offside twice, Leeds not offside at all yet, and that just shows that they were actually pushed back by Chelsea most of the time. If you see the total passes, Chelsea 313 to Leeds is 170. It's almost double. And the passing accuracy, 87, almost 88% for Chelsea and down at less than 80% for Leeds. So there's got to be some changes there, whether it's tactically or positionally, or maybe players. We don't know, but we shall see. Daniel Farke's got his team in the dressing rooms now, and he'll be giving them a good talking to. And there's one thing for certain: if they put a second half performance in like they have that first half, they're going to get beat here, and there's no doubt about that at all. So if you've got nothing to say in the live chat, my score prediction's still on. I said 2-1 to Leeds, and it could still be 2-1 to Leeds, but there's got to be a better performance than that. If you've got nothing to say in the live chat, it's time for a cup of tea. I'll be back in a minute. Good afternoon, Jim. How are we doing? Hope you're well. Just to be saying about the first half, if you're a Chelsea fan, it's been a good half. They've dominated most of that first half. Leeds had a good chance early on from Aronson, and only the right foot of Sanchez kept it from being 1-0 to Leeds at an early stage in that game. But apart from that, they've been pushed back. They haven't seen much possession up front from the likes of Okafor or Goodmanson, who gets down that left-hand side. Calvert-Lewin's been pretty much isolated and hasn't won many headers anyway. And the two chances where Chelsea hit the post and then the goal were both poor defensive errors by Leeds, and they haven't been that good at all, if the truth is known. They've been slow when it came to moving the ball around, and Chelsea have been allowed to close them down. And when the ball's been played up, Chelsea have won the ball pretty easily and then turned defence into attack. But it is only 1-0. My score prediction was 2-1 to Leeds, so you never know, it still could be. But Leeds has certainly got to turn in a better performance in the second half than they did in the first. I was just saying before, just after the first half finished, that it's like a reverse game for Leeds, where in that first half they sat back and they sort of like invited Chelsea on, and Chelsea did come on, and Fernandes has been really good in that midfield for them. I'm hoping in the second half that Leeds put in a first half performance where they go for it and they have pace and purpose and movement, and that will cause Chelsea problems. But it's got to be different Leeds that comes out into that second half if they're going to get anything from this game, because if they carry on like that, we're not going to be going into the final, I'm afraid. It's been that bad. It's been poor. And this is against the Chelsea side who are supposed to be lacking in confidence and haven't been able to score many goals in the last 5 or 6 matches or whatever it is. But we've made them look good when we should have gone for it. We should have taken them on, put the pressure on them and see if we could crack them early on, and we haven't done that. But Daniel Farke will be in there now and hopefully be pointing it out. And we've got some talent on the bench if the team that comes out in the second half, and it won't make changes early on in the second half, but we've got the talent on the bench if we need to swap them around. Probably need to get Metcher on early in the second half to get some support for Calvert-Lewin. Metcher was good when he came on against Bournemouth during the week, so I'd like to see him up there just to add a bit more of a threat up front. But that's not Daniel Farke's style, and he won't do that early. I hope he does it sooner rather than later. Don't leave it well last 15 minutes when we're desperate. Get him on so he's got a chance to make a difference. Maybe Daniel James down the right-hand side to put some pressure on Cucurella with his pace, because at the moment Bogle's been ineffective at right wing-back. And so is Goodmanson. Goodmanson and Okafor, who've been such a threat down the left-hand side when they've linked up together, have barely seen the ball, and Okafor at times has had to drift into the middle to try and get some possession. Calvert-Lewin has looked isolated, and the 2 chances that we have given away was a poor mistake by Tanaka on the edge of his box that allowed, I think it was Pedro, to get in and hit the post. Lucky to get away with that one. And the goal that they scored was another dreadful mistake by Pascal Struijk, unusual for him. And the cross, our marking from crosses and corners at times during the season hasn't been good. And I think it was Fernandes got in between Bogle and James Justin. He just drifted off Justin, and Bogle could have tucked inside because he had no one to mark behind him, and he didn't. And the cross dropped right into the middle when he just had it past Perry pretty easily. And defending's got to be better than that. But there is another half to go. It's not all doom and gloom. If Leeds can put some pressure on Chelsea, come up with a different attitude, maybe a few tactical tweaks from Daniel Farke, and it could all be turned around in a couple of minutes. Let's hope so anyway. If we go 2-0 down, then it will be a long way back because the Chelsea defence has looked pretty strong so far. But that's why we need to get Okafor and Goodmanson further up on the ball. We won't be far off a start for the second half soon. Still on advertisements on the channel coverage, but we won't be far away. Yeah, we've always got a chance with Calvert-Lewin up front, but the problem is that all he's had to feed off is high balls pumped to him from deep, and he's been beaten to him most of the time. And even when he flicks the ball on, there's nobody beyond him, and it's just wasted. It just goes all the way through to Sanchez. We've got to get some support for him. Aronson has not seen the ball at all. I like to see him get up front and get in support of Calvert-Lewin, but it's just been pushed back. They've been defending rather than attacking, and Calvert-Lewin's had little or no ball whatsoever. He hasn't had any chances, that's for sure. The only chance came to Aronson. Should have scored, didn't, and that's the way it's been. Teams look like they are coming back out for the second half now. Chelsea is certainly coming out anyway. We've certainly got to get on the ball more. We can't lose this second half to 65 to 35% possession, because that's not going to work for us. We're not going to score goals like that. Leeds coming out now. Don't think there's been any changes. Carl Darlow there, just trying to G the players up there. They've got to lift themselves in the second half. They were slow and lacking enthusiasm. Whether the game was just a bit too much for them. A bit nervous. Got over those nerves now. But it's only 1-0. Yeah, they've got to come out on the front for that. That's definite. They've got to take control of this game. It looks like Rodon's on. Rodon and Stack is on. That's unusual half-time substitutions. Strouk's gone off. I'm not surprised. He was getting beaten in the air by Pedro every time. So Rodon's on, and James Justin has gone off for Stack. So maybe going to go to a 4-4-2, because they were dominating midfield. Leeds to kick off in this second half. We'll see the formation when they get going. Tanaka gets the game underway for this second half, all the way back to Perry. He's going to drive it long, high into the air, over the head of everybody. It's headed forward by Tosin, I think that is. Brought down by Calvert-Lewin, lays it out to the right-hand side to Bogle. Bogle making it down the line. His cross is blocked, but it hasn't gone out yet, and Cucurella's going to give him a good push. And it comes off Cucurella. Bogle waving his arms at the crowd, trying to get the Leeds fans into the game, but they've got to give him something to shout about. Ampadu, long throw. Incoming. Well, I said Strouk had gone off. He hasn't gone off. Stack now to edge of the box. Oh, and a good save. Sanchez has diving to his right from, was it Joe Rodon? It was Stack. And got his right hand up just in time. And palmed it high into the air, and it just landed over his bar and onto the top of the net. Great save and great start to the second half. Stack's on to take the dead ball kicks now. In it comes now. Headed away by Tosin at the near post. Stack couldn't meet that to get the ball back. Goes all the way back to Bogle, and Bogle's going to lay it all the way back to Perry. Perry drives it long, high into the air. Volleyed forward by Gusto into the air. Rodon hits Fernandez in the back. Is that Fernandez? Looks like it. Free kick given. Good chance and a good save. I mean, he couldn't have done much more with it, Jim, rather than maybe just hit it further into the corner. But good reaction save. Got to give the goalkeeper some credit there, I guess. Yeah, Leeds have gone to a back four now. Lavia, 1-2 with Pedro, goes down the line for Neto. Neto goes back to Gusto. He manages it, lays it to the edge of the box. It's a chance here. Pedro just crowded out by the Leeds on the 6-yard box. He had the ball at his feet for an age, and he was just looking for that space, and Leeds managed to crowd him out. But he didn't, I don't know why he didn't let loose sooner than that. Gusto, he had 2 chances where it was open. He didn't have a swing at it. There, hit it there. No, delayed again. Ampadu got across, hit it there, and eventually Lampadu got his foot to it, and it goes out for a corner. Leeds get away with one there. Corner comes into the near post. It's headed high into the air by Tanaka, and out for another corner. Taken short by Neto this time. Given to Caicedo, back to Neto. Wants to get it on his left foot, back to Caicedo on the edge of the box. Moving into the box. Lays it back to Gusto. Bogle got a touch to his cross, hence sends it high over the bar and out for another corner. 3 quick ones in a row after Leeds had that wonderful chance early in this second half to equalise. Another left-footed in-swinger by Neto. A lot of pushing going on, as there always is. And it comes now, near headed away by Calvert-Lewin. Picked up by Neto again, heads it back to Caicedo. Goes back down the line for Neto. Can he keep it in? He does, though. Bogle's with him. Chance to take Bogle onto his right foot, back onto his left, lays it back. Fernandez. Caicedo flicks it into the box. Brought down on the chest by Tanaka. Lays it down the line for Okafor now. He goes round Fernandez. He's got Caicedo with him. He can take Caicedo and goes into the box, puts his cross in. It's over the back of everybody. Headed back by Cucurella. Stack lays it back. Bogle back inside. Picked up by Ampadu. Pedro comes inside. Brought down by Strauch. About time Okafor got on the ball a bit more. He's proved he's got the pace and the skill to go around the defenders when they get him out there, but just haven't done it so far. Leeds are a bit more on the ball this second half. Ampadu picks the ball up in midfield, moving across the pitch, lays it back to Pascal Strauch. The commentator said Strauch had gone off, but it's Aronson. They've gone to a back four, Leeds. Down the line to Okafor now on this near side. Goodmanson overlaps, gets a ball into the box. It's cleared away. It's number 27, Gustavo, goes into the air. Strauch wins the header. Headed back on by Okafor. No, Aronson is still on, so has actually gone off then. 2 for Leeds. That's gone out for a goal kick. So James Justin's gone off. Who else has gone off? I thought Stack would have taken Aronson's place, but Aronson's still on. Leeds crowd trying to get into it. Chelsea taking the time again, even early in this second half. They're taking the time. Sanchez drives it high into the air. It's going to go out. Neto, Goodmanson together. Takes the throw, gives it to Strauch. Rodon. Has it Biol who's gone off? Aronson lays it back to Ampadu. Goodmanson wants the ball. Aronson moving across to the left, gives it out to Okafor on this near touchline. He hasn't got much support with him. Has to go back into the middle to Ampadu. Ampadu gives it to Goodmanson on his left. Out to Okafor, hugging the touchline again. Got a chance to take on the defender. He's brought down, is he? No, nothing said. Aronson battling hard for it. Aronson won the ball back, has he? No, the two of them as a foul. He's handballed it as there. He's handballed it. Lavia manages to keep it in as he falls over. And eventually Neto. Okafor not happy with it. When he went down, I think it was Gusto, he handballed the ball on the floor. And the referee never saw that. It would have only been a a free kick outside the box, it wouldn't have been a penalty, but he handballed the ball, then obstructed the ball by falling on top of it. Gusto to take this throw down the line. Headed back on by Strouk. Stack wins the ball in the midfield. Lays it back to Ampadu. Ampadu plays it down the line to Okafor. He gives it to Tanaka. Goes back to Goodmanson. Goodmanson goes back to the halfway line to Strouk. Leeds moving the ball about a little bit quicker than they were before. Rodon lays it back to Strouk. Inside to Tanaka. Goodmanson down the left now, a bit of space to come inside. He's got Okafor outside him and he gives it to Okafor. On his right foot now, puts a cross into the back of the box. It's going to be over the top of everybody. Poor quality on the cross from Okafor there. Should have been aiming at Calvert-Lewin, not Aronson. Goodmanson. João Pedro gets away through the middle. He's got space out wide. Fernandes to Garnacho. Garnacho's shot is deflected by Bogle and over the bar for a corner. Leeds are having a lot of the ball at the moment, says Jim, but they're hitting us on the break, aren't they? And they're getting the chances of Chelsea. Luckily, it fell to Garnacho. His shot wasn't the best. Lucky he gets a corner out of it. Corner from the Chelsea left. Fernandes is going to take this, puts his arm in the air. It's going to be a right-footed in-swinger. Dangerous one again. There's a Leeds player down Goodmanson already. A lot of pushing going on. Goodmanson back up again. I think it was him and Caicedo. Fernandes resets. Right arm in the air. Steps up. Right-footed in-swinger. And he swung it in too far and it lands on top of the Leeds net and it's going to be a goal kick. Perry to take this. No short one. It goes long. High down the middle. Calvert-Lewin gets a flick on. Bogle wins the second ball forward. It's hooked down the inside. Perry gets it back to, and that's Rodon out there. Strouk under pressure. Chelsea putting the squeeze on. It's well done by Ampadu to get it out to Goodmanson. Tanaka's pushed over. Fernandes pushed him over. Tanaka's wondering what's going on. The referee says let the play continue. Rodon now. Over the halfway line, still going forward. Lays it back to Ampadu, coming through the centre now. His pass is deflected, but it comes out to Okafor on the near side. Chance to take him on, comes inside on his right foot, puts the ball into the box. Calvert-Lewin, and he's headed it straight at Sanchez, who makes a catch. It's a great ball. And Calvert-Lewin should have gone low. He's got to head it down. He's not got to head it into the goalkeeper's arms. It's an easy save. If he'd have headed it down, it might have been more difficult for the goalkeeper to save. Great chance for Leeds to equalise. Leeds dominating the ball. Stack now gets it from Tanaka. He lays it into the middle to Pascal Strouk. He gives it out to Joe Rodon. Out to Bogle. Bogle goes back to Rodon. Ampadu wins the ball. Stack Lays it out to the right to Bogle. Now a bit of space for Bogle to put a cross in. Hits Cucurella. Immediately hit long forward. Strauch. Well, he almost overran it. Luckily, it came off Neto and went out for a throw. Strauch out to Rodon. Rodon plays the ball through to Stack. Out to the right to Bogle. Plays the ball into Stack. Is he brought down? That was a free kick there. And that's Caicedo. And he's going to get a yellow card for that one. It wasn't the best of tackles by Caicedo. Yeah. Yellow card. No need for anything more than that. A lot of boos going on for some reason. I don't know why. Sanchez has gone down. Now this is what we don't want in the game. Sanchez has gone down for no reason at all, and it's a tactical go down. And Daniel Farke knows it. The whole crowd knows it. The Leeds crowd know it because they're booing. He's done nothing to get an injury like that. And Pascal Stark is having a word with the referee and telling him. See, someone, I don't know, is tossing, goes up to him and tells him to go down. Then he sits down. He just sits down. And this is pathetic. And Lavia and Ampadu are having words about this as well. Bogle's getting involved. A lot of pushing going on. And the referee's got to get hold of this and say, all you players, clear off back into the middle of the pitch. You're not having words with your trainers because that's what it's for. It's a tactical timeout, is this, by the Chelsea team. And the referee should have nothing to do with it and tell them all to get lost, get back into the pitch and wait until the goalkeeper's had attention. Don't give them the chance to have this tactical timeout. The authorities have got to do something about this. It's not the first time this has happened to Leeds. Yeah, it goes up to... Yeah, he's having a word with them. Look, it's a tactical timeout. This is pathetic. It's cheating, and I don't like it. They shouldn't be allowed to get away with it, Jim. You know, Sanchez should get a booking for that because it's simulation. Anywhere else, simulation like that would get a yellow card. So why doesn't he get one for that? Because it was quite obvious there was nothing wrong with it. It was all tactical. Book him. That might help stop it a bit. Miraculously, Sanchez is all right now, and it's a free kick to Leeds. Stack's going to take this just outside the box over onto the right-hand side. And it comes now. It's a... Oh, gee. He went for the near post, and I thought for a minute as it flashed past Sanchez. I was waiting for it to go into the back of the net, but it didn't. Yeah, it was a couple of 3 yards wide. He didn't get enough curl on it. He was... Tried to put it round the outside of the wall and inside the near post. Good effort, but Leeds beginning to get themselves into the game and dominate this now. Sanchez hits a long goal kick after his phantom injury. Picked up by Garnacho, Cucurella. Leeds snapping into the tackle now, which they weren't doing early on. Ball goes back. Lavia in the centre circle. Tanaka putting pressure on him. He goes long down the middle, but it's all the way through to Perry. Maybe Chelsea beginning to feel the pressure now. Ball goes to Aronson. He lays it out to Bogle on the right-hand side. He lays the ball down the line for Stack. He flicks it inside for Bogle, and Bogle just can't catch up with it before it goes out for a throw. Looks like a substitution's imminent for Chelsea. Maybe Pedro coming off. Free kick to Leeds, taken quickly. Stroke gives it to Rodon. Rodon goes out to Bogle. Back to Perry. Perry chips it down the right-hand side. It's going to be over the head of Bogle, is it? No, he managed to flick it inside. Aronson can't make it before Caicedo hooks it back forward. Back to Bogle from Rodon. Aronson plays it inside. Calvert-Lewin spread out to the left by Ampadu, but it's cut out. But loose ball is picked up by Tanaka. He lays it out to Goodmanson. Goodmanson gives it out to Okafor. Okafor skips inside one. Goes for the byline, does it? No, but Goodmanson will do. Puts his cross into the back post. Headed back into the edge of the box. It's Tanaka on the volley and he's screwed it wide. He pulled it left when it opened up for him. A good connection might have... Well, I don't know. It just... On the edge of the box there, it just came down to... He was under no pressure and I don't even think it came off his foot. I think it screwed wide off his shin. And Leeds are getting these half chances. We've got to do something about it. Santos comes on for Chelsea. Lavia goes off. Certainly taking his time to go off. I think he's been getting choice words already, Jim, especially from that last goal kick he took. And quite rightly too. Ball goes back to Cucurella on the halfway line, plays a ball inside to Caicedo. Santos gets his first touch of the ball. He lays it out wide to Gusto, still in his own half. Plays it inside to Neto. Neto's under pressure from Goodmanson. Almost fallen over, but he managed to keep the ball. Don't know how, but he did. Tosin now plays it out to Cucurella, inside to Santos again. Caicedo. Neto on the right. Turns back, plays it inside. Fernandez. Caicedo. Out to the left to Cucurella. Cucurella has a shot from 40 yards, was it? Only just reached the keeper. Tanaka into Calvert-Lewin. Under a lot of pressure, goes down. Referee's having none of it. Stack. Okafor's holding his right leg. He has got cramp. And that's why he doesn't play a full game. The Leeds crowd's certainly up for it. They're getting behind their side, but they've had a couple of chances of Leeds and they've blown them. And that's what I said at the beginning of the game, is that Leeds have got to take the chances when they come. Chelsea have only had one chance and they've put it away, and we've had 2 or 3 chances now. Got to be more ruthless in front of goal. Rodon. Played inside to Tanaka. Under pressure, the ball goes high back into the air, headed forward by Stroke. Offside though. Santos goes down under the pressure. He's saying he got stood on by Ampadu. Looks like Cole Palmer's going to be coming on. Wonder how fit he is. For a multi-million-pound player that Cole Palmer is, he's got to get a better haircut than that, surely. Goodmanson. Tanaka. Out to the far side. Can Bogle bring it in? No. Cucurella intercepts. Garnacho now. Fernandez. Back to Cucurella, hugging the left-hand touchline. He goes back to Fernandez, back into his own half. He's having to retreat and give it to Caicedo. Caicedo's going to go even further back. It's Chalobah. Chalobah leaves it out to the right. Gusto goes down the line. Neto. Gusto again. Santos gives it into Caicedo in the middle. Out to the left-hand side, it's Garnacho. Garnacho goes back to Cucurella, back to Fernandez. Ball inside to Caicedo, back to Fernandez. Chips it across to the right. Brought down on the chest by Chalobah. Neto now on the right-hand side. Got a chance to attack Goodmanson. He goes round him for pace, but Strauch is covering and clears it down the line. It's going to be picked up, though, by Chalobah. Caicedo. Chalobah. Out to the left to Garnacho. Got a chance to attack Bogle. Going for the byline. Comes back inside. Bogle gets a footing. Gets it away. Aronson deep in his own half. Trying to help. Good, nice little ball down the line. Looking to get Stack away. Bogle. Footing. Gets the throw to Leeds. Metcher and Nonto coming on now. I guess Aronson will be coming off, I would imagine. Palmer for Garnacho. Garnacho's not really done anything in the game. How fit is Palmer? Goodmanson. Ball goes long from Strauch, looking for the run of Calvert-Lewin. He's going to bring the ball in. He tries to lay it back, but it's left Okafor short. But the ball's been picked up by Strauch again. Tanaka, back to Strauch. He'll square it to Rodon. Pascal Strauch gives it to Ampadu. Ampadu gets it down the line for Okafor. He chips it even further down the line for the overrun of Goodmanson. He gets his cross in, but it's back behind everybody. And then Bogle at the back post on the edge of the box tries to win the ball back, and he's overran that. His touch is too heavy and it goes out for a goal kick. Into the last 20 minutes. Leeds have dominated position in this second half, but only created a couple of chances. And Chelsea are happy to take the foot off the pedal here and just slow the game right down. Leeds fans pointing at their watches so they can see what's going on. Ball goes down the line. Bogle wins it. Plays it to Aronson. Ampadu to Stack. Stack puts a cross in. It goes high in the air off Caicedo and out for a corner to Leeds. Stack will take this from the far side, the right-hand side. Right-footed away swinger. And it comes now. Headed away at the front post by Cucurella. It's a poor one, is that? He's got to beat the man at the front post. Out for a throw. Now there's going to be substitutions now. Metcher and Nonto coming on. Tanaka goes off. It's a pity for Tanaka. He hadn't had a chance in this game. Okafor, usual thing for Okafor. Go off at about this time. Glad to see Leeds get a second man up front with Metcher there. These two came on against Bournemouth and made the difference that got Leeds the point. So let's hope they can do something in this semi-final. Long throw from Ampadu. And it comes now. It's a long one. High into the air. Flicked on into the air. Goodmanson, and he turned into the man. And he should have known that. And now Neto's going away down the right-hand side. Luckily, Stack got across. But that was poor by Goodmanson, because Neto was anticipating him go down the wing. And he turned right into him, and Neto just took the ball off him quite easily. And now it's Chelsea on the attack. This is getting quite pedestrian by Chelsea now. That's a foul throw. No, referee's not having none of that. Gusto goes all the way back. Aronson's going to work Sanchez. Goes to Tosin, across to Cucurella. It goes out to Fernandez. Fernandez is beaten to it by Ampadu, and then he brings him down, and he should get a yellow card for that. It's all right, the referee holding his arms out and saying why, but he should have booked him for that. That was a cynical foul that brought Ampadu down when he was away in the middle pitch. Pascal Strout coming down the left-hand side. He gets out to Goodmanson. Puts a cross in. Aronson can't control that. It was behind him, and Chelsea have picked the loose ball up. Pascal Strout is putting a bit of pressure on. And Pascal Strout gets a booking for that. What was the difference between that and Fernandez's tackle on Ampadu just a few moments ago? Tossing across to Chalobah. Palmer comes short for it on the halfway line. Plays it inside to Sancho. Tosin. Ball inside. Laid out to the right-hand side. Palmer goes back to Chalobah. Chalobah goes all the way back to Sanchez. Tosin now gets out to Cucurella, and he goes long down the left-hand side. It's to nobody. Nobody anywhere near that. Rodon now. Gets out to Strauch. Strauch being urged to come forward, and he does do, gets the ball down the line to Meche. Goodmanson puts a cross in, headed away by Caicedo. Fernandez to Neto. Cucurella then's going to go long. Picked up in the middle. Pedro. Ball's played out to the right to Cole Palmer. Got a lot of space. No one coming to meet him. He's got a chance to take on Goodmanson if he wants to. On his left foot still. He wants to go for the byline. And it's well defended by Goodmanson. He wants to shepherd the ball out. And then Cole Palmer punches the ball away and should get a yellow card for that. And he does do. And that's how desperate Chelsea are. They've been doing that since the start of the game. Since they took the lead in the 20th minute or whatever it was, they've been doing that from the start. They've obviously decided time wasting is the time to win, the way to win this game. Perry drives it high into the air. Meche, Calvert-Lewin doesn't win it. Meche brings it down. Being forced backwards though. He lays it back to Pascal Strauch. Strauch squares it to Rodon. Rodon plays a little ball inside to Ampadu. Ampadu is giving it away though. And then he's going to get a yellow card for that. Brings Neto down. And that's his own fault. Because it was poor defending. And that was a poor challenge as well. I don't know what Palmer was thinking there, Jim. It was obvious if he punched the ball away like that, it's time wasting and he's going to get a yellow card. I bet Neto felt that one. But again, he's gonna play on that into Neto. He's not going to get up in any sort of hurry, is he? Ball goes back to Sancho. Toss in. Caicedo. Gusto. Ball goes all the way back. Nonto putting pressure on. Cleared away. Metcha goes up there. Calvert-Lewin. Ball's deflected off him. Ball played into the middle. Flick forward. Goes for the return. Palmer down the right-hand side. Goodmanson outpaces him. And then clears it back down the line. There's a challenge there. Ampadu has gone down. Has Metcha gone down with a shoulder injury? Is it Metcha that? The way he fell? Hello, Hull and East Yorkshire. How are you doing? With 10 minutes to go, it's not the result I was hoping for. Still 10 minutes to go. Leeds have dominated the second half without really creating too many chances. That's the problem for Leeds. They do waste a lot of chances. You would hope that in the last 10 minutes or so, if there was any justice in this game, there'd be about another 10 minutes for wasted time by Chelsea at the end of this game. There'd be about another 20 minutes to go. Strout now gets the ball out to the left. It's Goodmanson. See, Goodmanson hasn't got Okafor outside him now, so he's got to go back to Ampadu, virtually on the outside of his own area. Pascal Strouk under pressure, has to chip the ball forward, looking down the line for Calvert-Lewin. And that's the only problem with Okafor not being able to manage a full 90 minutes. All they've got to do now is lump the ball forward, looking for Metcha or Calvert-Lewin, and Calvert-Lewin has not brought a ball down all game. Pascal Strouk again plays the ball forward. Played into the middle to Nonto. It's got to go out wide. Rodon now. Aronson turns. Goes back to Rodon. Inside to Stack. Stack goes to Ampadu. Across to the left to Pascal Strouk. Out to Goodmanson again. Ampadu plays the ball in. Metcha battling hard for it. Well done by Metcha. Stack now. Chance to play Bogle outside. He has a shot from the edge of the box, and it was speculative from 25 yards out. He can hit him, but he's leaning back there and he's dragged his foot across it and screwed it wide and high. If only Leeds could have played like this in the first half. Rodon. 7 minutes plus 25 minutes wasted time by Chelsea. Pascal Strouk gives it to Ampadu. Ampadu down the left-hand side. Gives it to Goodmanson. Only just kept in. Fernandez not happy about that, but it was just kept in. Stack now has come over across to his left-hand side. Plays the ball in. It's Metcher. He's let it get away from him, though. And he's penalised. And he's going to get a yellow card. And look at Cucurella. He's a real gobshite, is Cucurella. He's into everything. He's in the referee's ear all the time. I should book that little shit. We got the ball. I think that's difficult, that. I think it's difficult once you've made that ball to then actually bring your foot down before you come in contact with the other player. I think that's unfortunate, that. And of course, now Chelsea are going to take another 5 minutes over this free kick. Looks like Sean Longstaff's coming on. Probably Aronson going off. I'm surprised Aronson's been left on the pitch this long. Ball goes long. Headed into the air by Goodmanson. Cole Palmer. Metcher now has got the loose ball. Aronson gives it away. He's battling for the ball now. Goodmanson, under a lot of pressure, wins the throw. Going to take it quickly. Referee says, hold on. Substitution. Bogle's going off. Was it Aronson? I thought it was Bogle was going off. No surprise, Aronson there. He's been ineffective. Can't show. Longstaff savers like he did in the midweek game. Calvert-Lewin, under a lot of pressure. He's been surrounded by defenders when he's actually got the ball down to his feet, and he's not done anything with the loose ball. Leeds fans looking very nervous now, as you would expect. Goodmanson down the line. Cole Palmer goes into Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin's lost it. It's brought down by Ampadu after it's cleared. Leeds can come forward again, but they've got to come forward quicker now. With only 3.5 minutes left. Ampadu squares it to Pascal Stroke. He crosses the halfway line, coming left. Plays the ball inside. Stack lays out to Goodmanson. His pass down the line for Nonso was cut out, but it's a throw for Leeds. Gives it to Stack. Stack's ball looking for Pascal Stroke is covered by Caicedo, and he's going to clear it. Hits. I think it's hit either Goodmanson or Stack when he tried to clear it, and it's gone out for a goal kick. Still waiting for Sanchez to take this goal kick, which he does now. Ampadu heads it forward. Metcher was chasing it. Longstaff doesn't win it. Gets out to the left-hand side. Played back to Cucurella. Cucurella's going to go all the way back. Be toss in there. Plays a little ball inside. Sanchez. Oh, Caicedo was almost robbed there. Caicedo's gone down with another injury. Free kick, but nothing else. I mean, this is getting pathetic. Even though I'm biased and I'm a Leeds fan, this is getting pathetic. We're not missing anything. Well, Caicedo gets treatment. I think it's fair to be said that Leeds haven't done themselves justice in this game. Although they've dominated this second half, they've not had the pace and the power that they usually have in games where they can overwhelm teams at times. They just haven't done that today. Yeah, I agree with you. Hull and Easter adding footballers. Pathetic. Yeah, Leeds have had the chances. That's one of the things I said at the beginning of the game before we got started, that when the chances come, Leeds have not got to be wasteful and put the chances away. And they've done exactly what they've done all season. They've missed too many chances. Chelsea have had one chance and put it away. And that's why Leeds are still not clear of the relegations yet. If they'd have put the chances away, they could have been 7 or 8 points higher than they are at the moment and been well out of the relegation problems. Strout gives it to Rodon, crossing the halfway line, and gives it to Ampadu. Ampadu squares it to Longstaff. Longstaff's going to move it to his left to Strauch. Chelsea are right behind the ball, sitting deep. Goodmanson can go around Cole Palmer. He puts a cross in early. It's hooked away, headed back by Longstaff. Back to Ampadu. Oh, it's Rodon. Now it's Ampadu. It's got to go forward again. 8 minutes of added time. We've already had a minute and a bit of it. The pass is cut out, goes out for a throw to Leeds, but it's more time. And Daniel Farke, you can see by his reaction, he's not happy at all. Strauch, it's got to go forward, Pascal Strauch, and it does. Over to the right-hand side. Don Calvert-Lewin is beaten to it by Tosin. Nonto brings it down. Inside to Longstaff. Back to Ampadu. He squares it to Rodon. Rodon puts his foot on it. Gives it back to Longstaff, but it's on the halfway line. It's got to go forward. Bogle. Back to Rodon. Out to the right to Ampadu. And it goes all the way back to Perry. Nonto gives it to Longstaff and he's brought down. Santos should have got a yellow card for that. Quickly taken. Pascal Strauch gets it to Goodmanson. There's nobody down the line. He's got to put his cross in from deep. Calvert-Lewin. Nonto can't win the header. Longstaff can pick the ball up. Ampadu. Ball deflected off Ampadu. It's picked up by Stack. Strauch gives it out to Goodmanson. Cole Palmer. Goes round Cole Palmer, can he? Pushed him over. Is it going to be a free kick? No. What has the referee seen there? We haven't. The ball's been given away anyway. Longstaff chips the ball forward. Cucurella's going to win that header. Bogle can't win the next header. Fernandez. Bogle wins it back. Ampadu. Stack. Bogle gives it away. Ampadu wins it back again. Bogle's having his shirt pulled by Neto and then goes down as if he's been punched in the face. And João Pedro gets himself involved. And why's Bogle been given a yellow card? He had his shirt pulled back. Who was the free kick given to? The first free kick should have been Leeds. There's nothing there. There's nothing there at all. It's pulling him back. He holds his eyes. Nothing there. Nothing there from Bogle. Chelsea holding a very high line here. Ball's chipped over that high line. Looking for Strauch at the back. Into the air. It's going to be picked up by Nonto. Brought down by Fernandez. I think Goodmanson's got an injury. He's trying to yellow substitute on, but I don't know if Leeds have got any left now. Time's running out. It's almost 5 of the 8 gone. Longstaff's going to take this one from the left-hand side now. Chips it in to the back post. It's too far. Calvert-Lewin can't reach it. It's curling away from him all the time. Stephen Gerrard there is saying that Calvert-Lewin started his run from too far wide, but if the ball had been wider and not so close, he'd have got a chance to have made a run on it. So it works either way there, Stephen. Ball's cleared all the way up to Ampadu. He's going to lay it back to Perry, who's going to drive it high into the air. Calvert-Lewin's going to try and get underneath it. He wins that header. Comes out to Goodmanson, but he's limping towards the ball. He chips it forward, and that's too far. It's headed back out. Stack penalised for a push. Resigned look on the faces of the Leeds fans. Resigned look on my face as well. They've huffed and puffed in this second half, and they haven't created enough chances. And the ones they have, they've blown it. Well, João Pedro must be waiting for a taxi to go off for this substitution. It's taking so long. Well, the player's been stopped almost a minute and a half there just for a substitution. Strauch heads the ball forward, picked up by Cole Palmer, taken off him by Strauch. Willing on, so now it's got to go forward. Metcher lays it into Goodmanson. Chipped back forward again there. It's a bit congested down there. Rodon lays it into Perry. Perry's got to get the ball forward. Whistles go around the ground as time is up. How much more is he going to... Flicked on by Metcher. Calvert-Lewin's beaten to it. And it's just smashed forward by Cole Palmer. One more minute. Can Leeds create one more chance? Perry's going to drive it forward. Can Leeds get one more chance? Goes forward. It's headed forward. Nonto's going to let it go up for a throw. Ampadu is going to take a long throw. This is the last chance we've got. Perry's coming forward for this. 15 seconds to go. It's got to go in. high into the air. Keeper comes for it. He misses it. Ampadu. No, Nonto. Nonto's pass is blocked by Palmer to Ampadu. Ampadu's cross is blocked. And that's it. And that's awful. That's not the Leeds performance that I was looking for. I suppose you've got to give some credit to Chelsea that they defended quite well, but it was disappointing. Disappointing, that's all I can say. But it's a loss, unfortunately, and we're not going to the cup final. So thanks to everybody who's joined us for the live stream today. It wasn't the result that we all wanted. It wasn't even the game that we all wanted. I mean, it would have been good if both teams had been on all-out attack, but Leeds were poor in the first half and Chelsea were poor in the second half. Chelsea go through to the cup final to play Man City, but it wasn't very inspiring. And the Leeds players are all looking very disappointed. But you get your chance out on the pitch, and if you don't do it on the pitch, you know, you've got no one else to blame but yourselves. And Leeds were poor in that first half. They conceded that goal in the first half, and that's the way it's gone in the second half. Chelsea just held on. A couple of good saves by Sanchez, one certainly from Stack that was going to fly into the back of it, but it didn't. Yeah, I've got to agree with you, Jim. It didn't look good, did it? Didn't look like scoring. The chances that we had, we blew them, and that's been the way it has all season. So we just have to concentrate on a couple more points to make our position safe in the Premier League, and then we go again next year, hopefully. Thanks to everybody who's watched today. Before you leave, if you're not a subscriber, please do hit that subscribe button. Just help us out. But until the next one, we'll see you again probably next weekend, I think. Keep an eye out for advertisements on YouTube if there's a game that I'm going to do with next live watch along. But until then, enjoy the rest of the day and we'll see you again soon.